let's get started. Just gonna put everything in the bowl. We're just gonna put things away as we go. This will go in the fridge for tacos or something. I'm going to use about 1.5 pounds of this. The rest I'm putting in with this hamburger. You're going to put about 1 cup of breadcrumbs in per pound. Put the onion, the whole onion in. But I like the onion because you don't have to use this, but it gives it some extra flavor, as well as it keeps the meatloaf from, I'm not going to say the word, keeps it from drying too much. I like the McCormick. I've only got one, so I'm going to use 2 packets. Yeah, you also do a little bit of milk if you need it, just to hold things together. But let's see what we need first. I'm just going to sprinkle this in. I'd like to give it a beefy flavor. Pepper. Lots of it. Salt. Everything seasoning because it's good. Onion. And I like steak seasoning, but I don't have any. Lots of garlic. You know me and the garlic. I am going to go ahead and just do ranch in this whole thing. You don't want a lot, just a little bit. Seasoning salt. Oh, Worcestershire. Let's see if I have garlic. I do. Squeeze some garlic in there. Finish this out. This seems like a weird step, but let's do the breadcrumbs, and then this is going to get it to where it will hold together. Do about 1 cup per meatloaf. 2.5 cups. It's okay that some of these are kind of coarse. It's not going to hurt anything. I used cheese breadcrumbs. Speaking of cheese. And I put cheese in my regular meatloaf also. We're going to be a little more generous with it because we're doing a cheeseburger meatloaf inside of one of these. Don't judge me. So now we've got everything to stick together. You can also put another egg in there if you need it. Just want to see what we've got so far. I think we're going to need a couple more eggs. Let's do 2 eggs per meatloaf. There's about 4 pounds of stuff in here. It's just extra protein anyways. That's another thing you can do to bulk your protein up is you can add unflavored protein powder to this as a binder. So yeah, I'm gonna get this mixed up and come back. Okay guys, I'm running out of time here, so this is what it looks like. It was a messy process, so I didn't show. But you just take your hands and you mix everything together until everything is uniform. Go throw this in the oven on 400 degrees. This is going to cook for about 45 minutes. You want to cover this with foil. You'll check this about halfway in and you will drain the fat. I ended up throwing all the rest of the hamburger in just to use it. So I'm actually going to take a 1/3 loaf of this and bake it. So let's get another pan. When making a meatloaf, I like to double line just to make it, because meatloaf will stick. I like to double line pans. Just makes a world of difference and clean up easier. And I'm just going to take this, put it evenly in here. There you go. Another thing I'm going to do is make some small ones. These will take much less time to bake. These are more like a meatball. These are I'm going to take for lunch. Because I'm going to make some more cheeseburger meatloaf. Alright, now for the cheeseburger meatloaf. The only difference is we've got some extra ingredients. Put more dill in it because this is going to taste like a cheeseburger. Got some bacon. Some dill pickles. I've grated some of these and chopped some of these up into different sizes. And then we're just going to mix this all together. Make sure to get all that bacon distributed well. Oh, and the mustard, because we want this to have a cheeseburger flavor, which takes mustard. How do you eat your meatloaf? Some people like it with gravy. When I was growing up, we did cream peas and potatoes. I don't like the barbecue sauce that a lot of restaurants put on. I've always liked it with just mustard or ketchup. I hate the feeling of raw hamburger on my hands. It's not fun for me to play in. I don't like the texture. Which is funny because I'm a texture person. I like to feel a lot of things. This is not one of them. You want a lot of mustard. Of course, you can always put mustard on this too. Okay, so now that that's done, let's put a few of these. Let's put this inside a few of these. Sorry, I'm tired. We're going to come back to these. These little ones you can even do in the air fryer. Even, let's top these off a little bit more because I didn't make them as big. And that's how you pack the meatloaf. Now I'll come back when this is done. Well guys, it's getting late and I'm just going to show you what this looks like because I'm going to finish baking it and I'll just show you what this looks like tomorrow when it's all done. I took the tops off to allow them to finish baking and crisp up. Right now I'm going to drain the oil off the last one. So I just kind of, everyone else uses a turkey baster, but this works well. Just foil allows you to channel it into a bowl. So you don't want all that grease stuck in your meatloaf. What I'll do with this is when it's done inside, to get the top to crisp, I will put this on broil for about 5 minutes. Takes about 45 minutes per pound, and these are about 2 pounds, so it's actually going to take closer to 90 minutes. I didn't exactly explain that well, so I'll show you tomorrow what this looks like. So guys, these are the little mini meatloaves, and when the big ones get done, this is what they're going to look like. Well, not round, but crispy on top. Let's do a taste test. I've cut this main one open, so let's try it. Yeah, it's really flavorful. Soft, it's moist inside, but it's crispy on top. Taste the cheese. All the seasoning. You know, it's meatloaf. And this is a pickle cheeseburger one. I like that. Taste the bacon, taste the cheese, taste the hamburger. A little bit of ranch seasoning. Taste the mustard. Tastes like a cheeseburger. So that's how you make meatloaf. I'll show you the finished product tomorrow. Okay guys, this is the meatloaf. There's a regular one I've cut into. Made this one a little crispier. And that's a regular, and this is the pickle bacon cheeseburger one. Let's cut into these and give them a try. Okay, now we're going to try the pickle one. I mean, yeah, it's got the texture of a meatloaf, but there's dill. It's crispy, moist inside. There's cheese. There's bacon. I can really taste the smokiness of the bacon. Pairs nicely with the Worcestershire sauce and the mustard that's in it. I can taste a little bit of onion, the dill pickle, and of course, that goes good with the ketchup and mustard. Never done this style with the gravy. Ooh. You know, you would think it wouldn't go well with gravy, but it actually does pair okay. Well, I'm going to go get some mashed potatoes and have that. I'm not going to eat all of that meatloaf. I've had, my stomach's been kind of wonky today, but when I make this, I grew up eating it with the cream peas and potatoes, like I said. I love eating that, but for some reason, it's just a recipe. I don't have the patience for the sauce, and I'll have to make it sometime. There's another recipe that I love to eat, but I don't have the patience for. It's called pork chop casserole. I'll have to make it. It's just something about waiting for the milk to scald, sitting there stirring it, that just, I don't feel that way about other recipes, but we all have a couple that we love to eat, but we don't necessarily love to cook. So I'm going to go do some mashed potatoes. I'll usually do a side of peas with it. Or sometimes I'll just have a baked potato or scalloped potatoes. Just depends. So this pickle meatloaf recipe I just randomly threw together about 6 months ago. I was in a Facebook group and I got invited to it, and I was just throwing some of the people in there. Tin Can Chef were pickle themed, so I thought, I love pickles. Let's see what we can do with this. And I was craving meatloaf, and I just threw random pickles into a meatloaf with bacon and cheese, and it was born. So, well, I hope you enjoyed the recipe. It's been a long day, so I'm gonna go get some sleep. Take care. So guys, a few things have gone on with this video. First, at the beginning it cut out me talking about the additional ingredients, like the pickles, the ranch, the bacon. I put ranch in a lot of my burgers because I like the flavor that it adds. And the meatloaf was a cheeseburger pickle meatloaf recipe. So told the story about that. Hopefully it's on the video. It cut out me at the end tasting the regular meatloaf. I was talking about liking it with gravy, ketchup, and mustard, and how I grew up with cream peas and potatoes. We used to put that sauce on top of the meatloaf, and it's actually really good. I don't like it with the glaze that a lot of restaurants make, but that's just me. It's just too much. It overwhelms my taste. I really like savory things with meat. So to me, the glaze is too sweet. But I have a glaze recipe I can make that goes well with a lot of things that my grandmother puts on her meatloaf. I owe you guys the deviled egg video. Still got a ton of eggs left over from Easter. And at the end, the video flipped. I don't know why my camera is wonky, but it is. That's life. You just roll with it. So I'll let you get back to watching the video, and I'll get back to filming a little more regularly. Just been really busy and had a lot going on, guys. So I hope you're well. Take care.